sometimes you may get that overwhelming feeling of, I can't do it all. I cannot do it all, be it all, have it all, and I'm ready to quit. Let's talk about it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to SuttonsDaze. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. We are all about pantry preparedness, and today I'm coming to you from the very dry garden. Yes. So we're on 8 weeks now, I think, of no rain. And this is my year for my epic garden, right? So I am not giving up. I am out here every day, sometimes twice a day, watering the garden. Because if you don't pay attention to it, if you don't nurture it, if you don't stay on top of it, you will not benefit from it, right? And that has been my whole goal. My whole goal since, I don't know, February, was that I was going to get this garden rocking this year. I really am. And Mother Nature's kind of going, we're gonna see. We really are. But I'm out here today and I'm pulling the straw off of my garlic beds, which should have been done weeks ago. As some of you know, a little over a month ago, Phil injured his foot pretty significantly. And in doing so, made it so that he's at wound care 3 times a week. They've got a wound vac on his foot. It keeps him from doing pretty much everything. He cannot walk around. He cannot do, the stuff that he normally does. And so for the first 5-6 weeks of this, I was donning my Wonder Woman shirt, and I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do his stuff. I'm going to do my stuff. I'm going to do work stuff. I'm going to do YouTube stuff. I'm going to do all this stuff. I can do it. I can do all of it. And so during all of this, I'm like, no problem. I got this. I got this. I got this, you guys. I got this, right? But if you were with me on Monday, you may have realized exactly how tired I was. I was tired. My tired was hanging out hard. And then I just kind of hit the wall. Tuesday, Wednesday, I hit the wall. I face planted because I'm just exhausted. A weasel got into our meat birds. We lost half of our meat birds. Our laying flock is fine. I had to get the garden in. I had to get everything all set up with that. I hired somebody to help me put up the other 2 garden areas so that I could get everything planted. I'm dealing with 8 weeks of no rain. So I'm having to come out at least once a day to water. All the plans were put on hold, right? And just maintenance. So if you ever wondered what your other half does, trust me, a lot, okay? So Phil and I are both very busy by design. Primarily, he handles the outside stuff. He did get a doctor's note saying he could mow the lawn finally, though. So that came off my plate hard and fast because I hate mowing the lawn. I don't believe in growing grass. I digress. Part of the way that I knew that I was kind of hitting that wall hard was I finished a book in 2 days. And it's this book right here. And there's a link there for it. I cannot highly recommend this book enough. Because while I'm feeling exhausted, moderately overwhelmed, and reassessing different plans, that I had for the summer, and what I was planning on doing as far as my pantry and putting food up and everything else, I read this book that convinced me that I'm not done prepping. Now, I'm not going to give away the whole story, but just a real quick synopsis is that the attempt at globalization is over. It's done. And moving forward for the next foreseeable future, and we'll start seeing this probably, I would say, in the next 10 to 30 years, okay, which puts me at older than fart dust. I don't want to be touched by the shortages. I don't want to be touched by the potential for hunger, the lack of food, and I think that's going to be the biggest part. Money, I firmly believe you can always make money, but you can't always find food. And so while I have been saying it since the get-go, my whole purpose with Thrive Life is kind of my retirement plan with Phil and I, so that we have good quality real food in the latter years, when income may be tighter, when health may be not as good, all the things that happen with age, right? That we will have real, honest to goodness food. And I've been talking with some friends, and I've been listening to some friends, and they're like, they think that they wasted a lot of money in fear purchasing different long-term foods. And I am officially here to say I didn't waste a dime. That I have food that I know is going to last us years. Whether that is Thrive Foods, my freeze-dried foods, whether that is rice, wheat berries, sugar, salt, honey. I know I have enough of that for literally the rest of our lives. And if I don't make it, as long as I'm hoping to make it, then the kids will have it, or somebody else, who knows. But the idea is that in this upcoming next few decades, things are going to be tough. They're going to be tight and tough. And the U.S. here, we're still sitting kind of pretty, but it's still going to be tougher than what we're used to. The heyday is officially over. 2019 is, as it says, the last big globalization year. That whole I want it now, right now is done. And so while I'm thinking, originally I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe I can back off on this a little bit, right? Maybe I can slow down a little bit. I mean, I'm good. I've got Phil and I up to easily, comfortably 3 years of food, okay? And that's not necessarily including all of the canning that I do, the vegetables that we put up, that kind of stuff. That's just, that is the freeze-dried food. That is the long-term food storage. I'm good 3-4 years probably. Comfortably. Are we going to have everything we want? No, because I haven't figured out how to mass produce 0 carb, 0 calorie Snickers bars. But we're going to be comfortable. We're not going to starve. And that is my goal. So right about the time that I'm thinking, okay, number 1, I know I'm exhausted. Number 2, I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to pat myself on the back for a minute. And then I read this book and I went, oh yeah, I'm nowhere near done. I'm 57 years old. So you factor in your age however you want. Okay, whatever age you are. I'm 57 years old. I am hoping to get another 30 years. Is my freeze-dried food that has a 25-year shelf life going to come in handy for me? Darn skippy it is, okay? Is my wheat and my sugar and my salt, my rice, is that all going to be still hanging with me? Well, hopefully I've rotated through some of it, right? When you're sitting and you're thinking about quitting because it's just too much. It's just too much. Life is meant to be lived, not worried over, not stressed over, like when you're hungry. Life is meant to be lived. Well, it just so happens I love spending time in the garden. I love spending time with all of you. I love reading. And would I rather be doing those kinds of things than some of the other stuff like mowing lawn? Yeah, I would. But sometimes you have to mow the lawn in order to get to all the other stuff. I personally am going to keep right on prepping. And I'm going to get better. And I'm going to get smarter. And I'm going to get stronger. I'm going to flex that prepper muscle every time that I can. I'm going to learn how to use every single last thing that I have. I know how to use most of it. I'm still not sourdough. Anyway, I'm going to learn how to shoot that rabbit that's just the other side of my fence over there. When you're ready to quit, take a few days off. That's what I did. Sometimes you need to stop and smell the flowers. Or just lay in bed. Take a couple days and lay in bed. Watch some old TV shows. But when you get back up again, or when you make yourself get back up again, get back to prepping. Get back to making sure that you and yours are taken care of in case of an emergency. Sometimes we all feel like quitting. All of us. I'm no different. I really am not Wonder Woman. I just like to think I am. Sometimes we all just need a break. Sometimes we all just need to stop and smell the garlic. And start making plans again. I hope that everyone is having a fantastic day. I know that the world is coming at us full speed ahead. There's catastrophes everywhere, every day. There are horrible people everywhere. But that does not mean that we should stop doing what we do. That does not mean we should not stop prepping. That does not mean we should stop being aware. That does not mean we should stop lending a helping hand, because everybody needs a hand every now and then, even Wonder Woman. If you want to check out that really great medical kit that I got, this video right here, I hope that you guys check it out. It's actually, I'm very impressed with it. And until next time, everybody, keep your chin up. Be safe.